I was sitting here thinking about it. No, I was walking, pacing. I was thinking about it. People talk about, oh, this person is having suicidal thoughts and suicidal tendencies. And okay, well, first of all, you can't have suicidal tendencies, okay? Because to have a suicidal tendency, you can only do that once. Because as soon as you do that suicidal tendency, you're dead. And if it's not a suicidal tendency, because they didn't die, well, then it's not. Then it's just self-harm. It's not suicidal tendency. It's just self-harm. If they failed at killing themselves, that's not suicidal anything. Suicide is the act of killing yourself. So to say that they have suicidal tendencies is retarded, but to say they have suicidal thoughts, that's totally fine. They could have thoughts of suicide, sure. They could have, everybody wants to fucking die all the time, dude. Bro, nobody wants to fucking live, right? Nobody wants to be alive on this earth, right? But that's not true. Because we all have the will to live. That's the only reason why we're alive, is because we have the will to live. If you say that you, if you say that, you can say you want to die, right? But if you actually wanted to die, you'd be dead. Think about it. When you want chocolate, you go get chocolate. When you want to go to the store, you go to the store. But when you want to go to the store, but you really don't feel like going to the store, you don't go to the store. Humans think they know what they want. We know what we need. Humans and all life knows what they need, right? We're ingrained. Ingrained? I don't know. We're bred, and we're just genetically ingrained with the laws of nature to know what we need, right, to survive. We know we need food, water, whatever, and oxygen, blah, blah. And so we know what we need to survive. But everything else, we have absolutely no idea what we want. We want everything. Really, we want everything. Who doesn't, right? Who doesn't want everything? Oh, well, I don't want everything. I just want what I need. Okay, well, what's a need? You already know what you need. So then you shouldn't want what you need. You should just need what you need and take what you need and have what you need. But you shouldn't want what you need. To want what you need then makes it a want, not a need. But if it is a need, then why do you want it? It's a need. It's a necessity. So you should not want it. You should take it, grab it. What, bro? I need oxygen, guys, but I don't want to breathe. So that's fucking retarded, dude. I don't need to breathe to breathe. I just breathe. I don't think about it. I just do it. I don't. Even if I don't want to breathe, I cannot stop myself from breathing, other than holding my breath or trying to choke myself. But even then, the fight or flight response kicks in, and you eventually breathe, right? Unless you don't want to live, and then you'll just stop breathing. But if you hold your breath, you can't. No human can hold their breath and pass out. You start breathing. It's not a choice. You just automatically start breathing. Even when you're dying. Even when a fucking person is literally, their heart stopped, and they're on the ground, and they're having it's called agonal breathing. I think it's called agonal. Agonal. I think it's called agonal. Anyways, it's it's your body's nervous system making your lungs take a breath, even though you're dead. You're basically dead, and it's literally it's not the death rattle. That's not the same thing. This is something different. But anyways, so people say, oh, I want to die. No, you don't. If you wanted to die, you'd be dead. But anyways, so we know what we need, but we have no idea what we want, right? And our needs should not be wants. We should not want what we need. We should always just need what we need. And in World of Warcraft, there was a need and greed system for loot. You could need roll on it, and anybody else that need rolled on it, they would roll, against each other, and whoever had the highest roll wins. But if everybody greed rolled on it, then everybody rolled, and whoever had the highest roll would win. But if there was people that needed and greeded, then the need would go first, and before the greed. So I mean, right there in that fucking game, it shows you, need comes before greed, and greed is what you want. The want is greed. But listen, greed isn't necessarily a bad thing. If everybody's greedy, then it's even, then it's fair, But if somebody needs on an item that they don't actually need just because they want to sell it, that's greedy as fuck. That's greedy, right? That's not greed, that's greedy, right? There's a difference. To greed, well, we are all agreed. We are all agreed. That's what greed is about, is to all be agreed, right? Is this a need or a greed? Are we all agreed? Or somebody in need, So it's like, are we all agreed? We're all agreed that we're all going to do it this way? Or does somebody need to, come forward and speak their piece before we all agreed, to do this? And so, yeah, humans just conflated. So agreed, or, greed is fine, but it's like an agreement. We're all agreed to do this, But then the way where humans fucked it up was turning the word greedy, right? Adding a Y, sometimes Y, greed, sometimes Y. Adding a Y, then turned it into a selfish endeavor, right? It turned it into it turned it into a group thing. It turned a group thing into a solo survivor thing, right? It turned it into a singular thing where instead of everybody greeting, like Greeding, and greeting, Greeting, but everybody greeting on it, versus one person. Wait, hold on. Oh, yeah. Where everybody is greeting on it, but then there's that one person who's greedy and needs when they don't need. Anybody that's played World of Warcraft knows this. There's that one guy who always, in the raid, who needs on an item that they don't fucking need just because they're a greedy fuck, So when we're all agreed, it's fair. But when one is greedy, that person needs to get the fuck out. You know what I mean? So yeah, you humans have completely fucking obliterated the human language, or the English language rather, not the human language, the English language. Americans have completely fucked the English language, because Americans got the English language from the Brits, and if you look over here at the God Dog, what? The God Dog? No, yeah, the God Dog. He sits at the door and he guards the door. He guards the door. Guard dog, okay? Not God Dog, okay? That's another thing y'all fucked up. When you stole the word guard dog from the Brits, you heard God Dog. Goddog. God, dog, the mirror of each other. No, it was guard dog. They were talking about a guard dog being loyal, and they were talking about a fucking guard dog, not God, or even a dog. In that mirror, reference to God and a dog, but like a guard dog, okay? But somebody heard God dog, or God, on God, on guard. It's not on God, it's on guard. On guard, touche, It's on guard. But the Brits say on God. On God, touche, on God, Three Musketeers, on God. ENGARDE. On God, on guard. But the retards took it and on God. No, dude. Stop stealing other people's fucking culture, dude. If you don't speak the fucking language, then shut the fuck up, okay? Stop stealing everything, you fucking copy-paste fucking quarks, okay? If you cannot come up with something original, then keep your fucking mouth shut. Because you retards have taken everything that is not yours, and when I say stop stealing other people's culture, I'm not talking about race, you fucking idiots. I'm talking about culture. culture has nothing to do with race, okay? Cheese is a culture. Wine is a culture. Humans are a culture. Animals are a culture. But there is no black culture and white culture and Native American culture, okay? Because guess what? You're all fucking humans. So it's all just human culture. Human culture is made up of a diverse group of subcultures, okay? You fucking retards. I'm so sick and tired of you fucking retards just dividing the whole divide and conquer thing is a misnomer that you fucking retards just took to the max and fucking ran with it and beat your heads against the wall with it and fucking shoved it up your ass and regurgitated it and then fucking ate it again and shit it back out and then fucking ate it again. Garbage in, garbage out. You fucking retards have taken everything and misconstrued it and misinterpreted it and willfully so. You've done this on purpose just to change the narrative because of copyright infringement, right? Copyright laws. Fucking copyright laws, dude. So now everybody has to change the content. They have to modify it. They have to alter it. They have to, okay, well, no. Stop stealing people's shit. That's the solution. Stop stealing people's shit and you wouldn't have to alter it. You wouldn't have to edit it. You wouldn't have to change it. You wouldn't have to add lies and misconceptions and misinterpretations on top of other lies and misconceptions and misinterpretations of somebody else's fucking retarded copy-paste shit that has been stolen 10 times from the original source and has nothing to do with the original source now because it's been telephoned 10 times through a bunch of retards that don't even know what they're doing. And do not conflate me calling you retards. Do not associate me calling you retards for anybody with a mental handicap. Because, trust me, anybody with Down syndrome or water on the brain or any type of mental disability is way smarter than you retarded fucks, okay? Because to be retarded, one has to first be advanced, right? So if you were born with a mental disability, you're not retarded, you're just normal. That's normal. They're normal. People that you classify as retarded are normal, okay? You people are fucking retarded. You are born with full agency, full sentience, full ability to be a functioning member of society. And what do? What do? You fucking become a gooner, and a fucking thought, and a fucking OnlyFans model, and a fucking guy that pays for OnlyFans models, when you can literally get porn for free anywhere on the internet. What you're paying for is a fake-ass connection with some fat fucking Arabian dude controlling an OnlyFans account that he has stolen pictures of some girl that posts her pictures elsewhere and then made an OnlyFans account using that girl's photos, pretending to be her, and now, is making $400 a month off some fucking lonely retard jacking off to some 40-year-old Arabian fat fuck just cashing in the check. Because he has 100 accounts just like that. And they're all being managed by AI. So you're paying an AI to talk to you and role play with you so you can jack off to images of a girl that does exist, or maybe doesn't, probably not. And you're paying an AI who then is just some 40-year-old fat fuck. Doesn't have to be Arabian. That was just a random Arabian Nights. I was thinking of Aladdin. So and that fat, on Aladdin they had those fat fucks, with their swords and shit. That's what I was thinking. So, but yeah. So because in Arabian, I don't even know what an Arabian is other than in Aladdin. And Rami Al-Rahman, GTA 5 streamer. I think he's Arabian or Arabic or something. I don't even know if Arabic and Arabian are the same thing. So, I have no idea. Call me retarded or stupid if you want. I mean, I am totally okay with also being classified as retarded because I am way far advanced. To be ignorant is not retarded, but I could say some ignorant, retarded shit sometimes. I'm sure, absolutely. I mean, I do that shit on purpose, like duh. But that's the only way to get y'all's dumbasses' attention. Listen. The only way to get through to you retards is to be a retard. I mean, how else am I going to relate? How else am I going to relate to you retards if I'm not being retarded? Like, Literally, if you go look at any fucking podcast or live stream, they're all retarded, dude. I Show Speed, fucking retarded. Jinxie, fucking retarded. Sketch, not retarded, but acts retarded. Fucking retarded. Queso, not retarded, just fat, plays into it. I love the guy. Gabriel Iglesias and Queso, same shit, except Queso's just way fucking lazier. That's it. Queso just, the thing about Queso, right? Anybody that talks shit on him can go suck a dick, because the thing is, he did not ask anybody to make fun of him for his weight, right? He just started streaming, and then all of a sudden people started making fun of his weight. So you know what he did? He said, okay, then I'm just going to fucking juice these fuckers, because if they're going to be, you know, doing this shit to me, and honestly, the jokes are funny, right? Some of the jokes are funny, and he laughs. But the thing is, if people are going to fucking just make his content for him, because literally the guy does nothing but sit there and let people comment. His content is literally his viewers making jokes about him. That's his entire content. Do not tell me there's no fucking, you're not going to convince me that you watch his channel to watch him play Supermarket Simulator. No, you are not watching his channel because he plays Supermarket Simulator. You are watching his channel to listen to all the jokes that people make about him. That's it. That's all you watch him for. You watch him to let other people that are watching him create his content for him. But again, I don't hate the guy, because you motherfuckers are assholes and started making fun of him for his weight. And so now he's just like, okay, well, fine. I'm just going to fucking juice the fuck out of you and get paid for it then. I'll get paid to get fatter, so you can make fun of me for being fat. And the money that you give me, I'll just use to then go and get fatter, so you can keep making fun of me for being fat. It's a win-win. You know what I mean? Like, because he can just live large, literally, and not care, because why would he care? Who cares? He's not unhealthy, I'm sure. I'm sure he's healthy. The guy can fucking yell and scream and move around, dude. He's clearly healthy. He might, like, look at the fucking, that power lifter. I can't remember his damn name now. You know, Eddie Hall. Eddie Hall. Look at that motherfucker. That guy's fat as fuck, but he's healthy. You know what I'm saying? Look at Brian Shaw or whatever. These big motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? They're fat as fuck, but they're healthy. They're strong men. You know, you don't need to have 0% body fat to be a strong man, you know? Look at, I mean, Anatoly is a tiny fuck, and he's stronger than any powerlifter out there. And then you got Eddie Hall, who's giant as fuck, and he can't even lift as much as fucking Anatoly, you know? Or like Larry Wheels. Okay, Eddie Hall can probably lift more than Anatoly, but Larry Wheels cannot lift more than Anatoly. Larry Wheels cannot lift more than Anatoly. I mean, hell, there's a woman, powerlifter, that literally looks like fucking, that one chick that's, Greta Thunberg. This chick looks like Greta Thunberg and can literally outlift almost any guy that's in the gym. And she's a friend of Anatoly, and he's had her like as his like little sister or whatever. Bro, this chick looks fucking tiny as fuck, but she's like picking up like fucking 400 pounds deadlift. I'm like, what the fuck? It's insane. But it's because she does his training, you know, stuff. And so, yeah. But like, dude, y'all need to stop fucking lying. Y'all need to stop stealing people's shit. Okay, this whole thing of making money online by sitting on your ass and doing nothing needs to fucking stop. Like, if you are not providing an educational service online with your live stream, or you are not providing original content entertainment, React content needs to go. React content is the most parasitic rat fuck shit out there. You'll have fucking 10 fucking face cams because you got 10 fucking people reacting to the same fucking shit and just milking it and juicing it. It's the same fucking video being juiced by 10 different fucking streamers, over 10 million fucking people each. And it's like, bro, what are we doing? What the fuck is happening, bro? What is happening here? Like, are we just, is everybody just so fucking retarded that they can't make up their own content? Like, think about fucking PewDiePie back in the day, dude. When he would play video games, he's the fucking OG YouTuber, dude. Or Filthy Frank. Look at Filthy Frank, dude. Filthy fucking Frank, dude. The god of fucking YouTube, even above Pewds, okay? Because Filthy Frank was out there doing the skits, doing the green man suit, or pink man suit, whatever the fuck it was, I was thinking of green screen, but doing the pink, whatever the fuck crazy shit he did. What I'm saying is, he put himself out there, right? He put himself out there as a fucking artist, as a creator. He was the original content creator. PewDiePie is the original YouTuber. Filthy Frank is the original content creator. Filthy Frank created content. PewDiePie played video games and was a did videos like just for entertainment purposes. Like he even said that he exaggerated his reactions for views. He saw that it worked. It's not that he was fake. He was scared. It's just he just overplayed his reactions. I don't really like that because it's not disingenuous, but it's just not. It's not as genuine as I like. But I don't hate the guy. Because again, that was the birth of fucking YouTube. It was just start out. Nobody knew how to fucking work the algorithm back then. So he was intelligent. He saw that people liked that, so he just kept doing it. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. But to base your whole entire career off that would be, and he did not do that. He branched out. He did a lot of different shit, dude. He played a lot of games. He did a lot of news style, anchor type stuff. He did a lot of like real life stuff. Like the guy was very diverse, right? So he was a YouTuber, right? But Filthy Frank was a content creator, and there's a difference, but also there's not. There's no difference, but there also is. The only difference is Filthy Frank created his content, and PewDiePie curated his content. Right? So PewDiePie curated his content around the game he played. Filthy Frank created his content out of absolutely his own mind and imagination. The only thing that inspired him was maybe his environment, but ultimately it was his own mind and imagination and creativity that made Filthy Frank, who he was and who he is. And I never even watched the guy. Other than some old clips and some old maybe a few old videos, but I only needed to see a few videos to know the kind of guy that he is, and and that he's a content creator, and then you got the fucking wannabe content cop dumbass, bro. No, dude, get the fuck out of here. That guy, who I can't remember his name. That's how important he is. The content cop guy. I honestly can't remember his name. He is a Filthy Frank wannabe. He is an absolute fucking poser. Filthy Frank wannabe. That's all he is. He is so desperate to be Filthy Frank. He went and just did the shit that he did, right? He thought he was the authority over what content was because he can't create his own content, so he has to police everybody else's. That's the real story behind the content cop, is that he cannot create his own content, so he has to go police everybody else's because he's fucking jealous, because he's a fucking sad, small, tiny dick little bitch. Yeah, content cop, whatever. I don't even know your fucking channel name, dude. I only know you used to do some shit called Content Cop, which I don't even know what the fuck you did other than put on a fucking little fake Target fucking child's cop Halloween costume and then go around and policing other people's content like you even have any right to fucking police anything other than your own fucking life, and you can't even do that because you're fucking retarded. So go fuck yourself, dumbass.